An Air New Zealand Airbus A320 has been on lease to a German airline. It's now on a short test flight over the south coast of France, before being handed back to its owner. In the cockpit are Norbert Keipel and Theodor Ketzer, pilots from XL Airways. And behind them, Brian Horrell, representing Air New Zealand. There are 4 other New Zealand officials also on board. Just like its bigger cousin, the A380, the A320 is flown by highly sophisticated computerized systems. As part of the handover procedure, the crew need to test one of the most important functions, the stall protection. The A320 is designed never to stall. If its computer systems detect the plane is flying too slowly, they should automatically tilt the plane's nose downwards, power up the engines, and accelerate out of the stall.
That's the pitch.
Pilot Keipel starts the test.
The quickest way to stall an aeroplane is to slow it down and to point the nose up.
It's a tricky bit of flying.
Deliberately stalling an aeroplane is not kid stuff.
This is a potentially dangerous test, normally carried out at 14,000 feet. But as the crew are heading back down towards the airport, they decide to do the test at just 4,000 feet.
We're still reducing to speed, Golf Lima 888 Tango.
As the nose comes up, pilot Keipel expects the computer system to take control.
The crew was just waiting for the protections to trigger.
The speed continues to drop. The plane gets slower and slower. But still the computer system does nothing.
Don't think.
Then the plane starts to stall. The stick shaker goes off. The plane swings violently left and right.
Don't think.
The captain immediately applied full thrust and gave a little bit of nose-down input on the stick.
The extra power from the engine should pull the A320 out of the stall. The nose does start to tilt down. But then it stops.
The aircraft is not responding the way it ought to.
Suddenly, the nose starts soaring up again.
It's pitching up all the time!
The aircraft is now pitching up at a frightening angle.
Should I increase our airspeed?
The plane's stalling again.
The airplane runs out of lift.
It's out of control.
Don't think. Don't think.
It flips over, then plummets, nose down.
Terrain. Hold up.
At 4,000 feet, the pilot has no time to recover.
Terrain. Caution. Terrain.
The plane simply runs out of sky.
Caution. Terrain. Caution. Terrain.
The A320 smashes into the Mediterranean, killing everyone on board. Within hours, a team of French investigators is on the case. Among them, systems expert Leopold Sartorius. The urgent question they face is how can a plane with such advanced anti-stall protection just drop out of the sky? With no evidence from survivors, they're relying on the plane's black boxes to explain what happened. Back in the lab, they soon discover the first clue in the data coming from two small sensors. These sensors are linked directly to the plane's onboard computer. They are a vital part of the plane's stall protection. They tell the plane what angle it is flying at. Analyzing what went wrong is a key challenge for Sartorius.
About 20 minutes after takeoff, we could notice in the flight data recordings that 2, at least, out of the 3 angle of attack sensors froze.
From exactly 6 minutes past 3, the frozen sensors tell the plane's computer it is flying level, even when it isn't. The investigators can now piece together how a plane with such an advanced computer system could have crashed. At 4,000 feet, pilot Keipel begins the stall test. He puts the nose up and reduces thrust to slow the plane down. He believes the onboard computer is correctly monitoring the plane's every movement. As he slows the plane down for the stall test, the computer automatically sets the stabilizer on the tail fin in the correct position for low-speed flying. The airspeed continues to drop. Because of the information the computer's getting from the 2 frozen sensors, it thinks it is flying level. It doesn't realize it's set for a stall. That's why the pilot sits and waits until it's too late. When the stall warning goes off, the system can't cope with the conflicting information.
The computer is now not happy with what's going on.
The computer gives up and hands direct control back to Keipel.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
He tries to push the nose down and increase thrust. But just earlier, the computer has set the position of the stabilizer to keep the nose up for a stall.
It's not going to be the first thing they think about. That's something that the system normally does.
The plane stalls again, tips sideways, and hurtles into the Mediterranean. What happened to flight XL888 shows that if a plane's computer fails, even because of one seemingly tiny fault, it can lead to disaster. Two years later, in the skies over Singapore, Qantas Flight 32 is in deep trouble. The pilots are facing something much worse than a faulty sensor.
Engine 2 failed.
After a huge explosion, they're suffering failure after failure.
Wing slats failed, left ailerons failed.
Just 6 minutes after takeoff, they have one engine dead, 2 others only working manually.
Engine 1 integrated mode.
The computer system's bringing up an endless stream of warnings.
Engine 4 degraded mode.
The warnings start to contradict each other. The crew now realize the all-powerful computer system can no longer control the plane.
I had my thumb up most of the time, just cancelling the bells. You can't think with a bell ringing on top of your head.
The crew struggle to understand what's going on. None of them have trained for total systems failure.